You just crossed over into the female zone.
I don't need a man, I have a cat. Literally this morning, I woke up and I instantly was like, there's something off about my apartment. There was a huge spider on the wall. I said, oh my God. So I meowed to call my cat. I was like, meow, meow. It's like, oh my God, I'm a crazy cat lady. I'm like, meow, meow. He finally comes and he looks at the wall and he immediately goes into like the little wiggle mode, like he's gonna get it. I didn't even have to say, sir, there's a spider. Nope, he knew. Which is so amazing. I'm like, wow. The primal instincts are kicking in right now as we speak. Did it take a little while? Sure, you know? But man, was he persistent. He did not leave that room until the spider was... I was like, what a king. You know, if a man was here, I'd be like, oh my God, a spider. And I would probably be in tears. No, I'm an independent freaking woman. Sir's got my back. You know, Sir snuggles me at night. Sir greets me when I get home. Sir eats with me. Like, really, what more could I ask for? He doesn't talk, and I play games with him instead of get off the game.
Whatever.
Dang, fam, talk about a double dose. This woman has become a ultra cat lady and is hitting that copium pretty hard. So hold up a second. You're saying that the reason you don't need a man is because you meow to a cat to come to take out a spider? This is the justification not needing a man? Holy snap. All we were missing here was like a big glass of wine and a stack of romance novels in the back. Sister, let me tell you something. If you think that having a cat around is going to replace a man and it's going to fulfill your life, hey, more power to you. Keep going that route, but because you trained your cat to attack spiders does not a relationship make there, sweetie. Okay, look, that's the equivalent of a man coming out and saying, hey, you know what? I don't need a woman because I train my dog to play catch with me. Hey, that's cool and all, but that's not the reason why he doesn't need a woman because he trained his dog to play catch. He just simply put, wants to be single. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure that you're happy the way you are right now, but you don't see men coming out on TikTok or any other platform and saying, hey, check it out. I do need a woman because my dog goes with me fishing, or I train my dog to get me a beer from the fridge. No, men just stay single and that's it. They don't have to justify it, and they sure as hell are not tripping on that copium.
Before we move on, I want to say thank you, fam, to all of my subscribers for supporting this channel. I truly appreciate all of you who leave comments, who like my videos, and share them on other social media platforms. I truly gotta say thanks, fam. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. Move it on!
I'm telling you. You don't need a man. Just get a cat. Just get a cat. Just get a cat. I wish I would have got my cat many years ago because then I would have avoided so many bad dates and I wouldn't have put up with so much. Because I didn't want to come home to this guy. So a guy would really have to like be super amazing for me to leave my cat alone. What are you doing? What are you doing, you little stinker? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's true, though. Just, if you want some love, unconditional love, just get a cat. Just get a cat. Just get a cat. You feel so special when he loves on you. Because cats just do what they want. Right? Okay. Oh, he's slipping away. Oh, no.
Damn!
Just get a cat, sweetie. You're also missing a couple things here. You should have just told all the women, also get yourself plenty of boxes of wine, a good list of Hallmark movies to watch, throw in some rom-coms in there every now and then, and definitely stack up on those smut novels. Okay, sweetie, I gotta say something. It's pretty evident that, number one, you're definitely post-wall, and number two, you were not a man's top choice. I mean, you were definitely, like, let go from relationships in the past. I'm not saying that you didn't have a good relationship. I'm just saying, if you are hugging this cat for dear life, and you keep telling everybody, oh, just get a cat, you're not going to get disappointed, you're not going to put up with this BS, they'll love you unconditionally, that just tells this gorilla, and just about every male viewer I have out there, that it is quite possible that the problem was that you were not able to hold on to a man. Sweetie, don't think that this gorilla makes excuse for men, because if you've watched this channel for more than 5 minutes, you'll know that I call out men, specifically simps, or any guy who just can't control himself. Either control his wallet, control his emotions, hell, control his hands. Either way, if I don't make excuses for them, I'm sure as hell not going to make excuses for you. As in, women and children and pets get loved unconditionally. Men don't. And acting like the cat loves you back unconditionally? Sweetheart, you're holding one creature that when the day comes that you delete and fall on the kitchen floor, probably spilling half the glass of wine that you had at the moment and you go past tense, he's not going to love you unconditionally. He's going to chew your face off unconditionally. In other words, what he's doing right now is just licking his future snacks. Moving on.
With the help of an article I found on catsandvilleclinic.com, I'm going to present to you why cats are better than men. I first want to offer this disclaimer because I know somebody's going to say it. I understand that dogs are also great. Birds, snakes, whatever kind of pet that you have are also equally just as amazing. But since the go-to insult from men to women often has something to do with cats, the subject of this video is going to be about cats, okay? Calm down. While men tend to say that women who own cats are crazy, a study was done in Australia that found that people who own cats actually have better psychological health than people who do not own cats. And they had improvement with depression, anxiety, sleep, and overall mental well-being. So they're actually quite far from crazy. You're actually crazier than they are. Also, did you know that a cat's purr can lower your blood pressure and relax your nervous system? I've heard numerous people say that if you're ever stressed out or sick, cats will often lie on your chest and purr, and they're doing that to try to heal you. Numerous studies have been found that being married to a man actually decreases your health and takes years away from your life. Cats have the opposite effect. Also, according to catsandvilleclinic.com, cats make amazing companions and decrease loneliness. Now, how many of you guys have heard a woman tell a story about how she was in a relationship with a man or married to a man and she felt lonely? And you never hear people describe their relationship with their cats as one that are lonely. They usually always describe it as a situation where the cat makes them laugh, brings them joy, comforts them when they're sad, does little cute funny things. But you will usually, most of the time, hear a story from a woman saying how she feels lonely in her relationship with a man. Cats help get rid of rodents and other pests that might find their way into your home. You don't have to beg, nag them, and constantly remind them. It's just instinctual to them. It gives them joy. They just do it. Unlike most men who you have to beg to change a light bulb that's out in the living room or to mow the lawn, and then when you remind them, they tell you that you're nagging them even though they haven't done the thing that you asked them to do, and several days, even weeks have passed by. And then when they finally do that thing, they want a reward for doing the things that adults are supposed to do in order to run their households. And here's my final point about why cats are better than men. For every 10 million people, 4.8 of those will die from animal-related injuries. However, 4,000 women every year due to. So think about that for a second.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
All right, this queen right here is going to tell us all why cats are better than men. And let's listen up, fellas. Now, first of all, sweetie, I got to point something out. You said that the go-to default insult of men to women is that they are cat ladies. Hold up. Since when is calling out a fact that women buy a bunch of cats, and that's way more common in women than in men, since when is that actually an insult? I mean, I thought you women wanted men to be honest. Another thing you said about that study saying that, oh, well, men love to say that women are cray cat ladies. But there's a study that proves that there's been an improvement on mental health when you own cats. Okay, say that again, but slower. You do realize you kind of made men's points right there, because you said clearly when they own cats, there's an improvement in mental health. They get better mentally. Sweetie, in order for something to get better, it means that it was worse at one point. You kind of proved their points there. And you say that studies say that being married to a man decreases your health and takes years away from your life. Question there, sweetie. Do those studies also include the fact that men are paying for the bills, i.e. your medical bills? They pay for your food, they pay for your house and everything. Exactly how are they decreasing your life when they're actually subsidizing your life? Sounds to me like the studies that you took are incomplete. They didn't factor everything in there. Not to mention the fact that most women don't want to work and they want a man to take care of them, where a cat is like orange and jobless. They don't pay bills, they just increase your bills. And cats make amazing companions and decrease loneliness. Of course, because when you break up with a man and you're going through a drunken wine stupor and you're talking all this dumb crap, guess what? A cat who doesn't understand what you're saying is just going to lie there and meow, because they're going to say, okay, well, I'm just going to pretend I understand what she's saying and she's going to talk to me. And I'm just thinking, hey, you better compensate me with tuna because Honestly, I'd rather be outside meowing with some other cats in an alley. Also, hold up. Wait a second. You said that you have to nag and beg a man to change a light bulb in the living room? Hold up a second. Is that man your servant? What's wrong with you? The moment you get a man, that means you can't do any of the strong independent stuff you were doing before? I mean, when you were living on your own, did the cats go up and change that light bulb for you? Or did you do it yourself? So now, all of a sudden, because you're in a relationship with a man, he's your manservant? That doesn't sound like a relationship. That sounds like serfdom. And last time I checked, the cats don't go out there and run that lawnmower. So I gotta say, sweetheart, that was a really bad comparison you used. And it's amazing you want to use fatality statistics. You said that, X amount of women shall be deleted because of DV. Sister, I gotta ask you, can you quote the studies of same-sex marriages, specifically women married with women? Which household has the highest rate of DV? Oh, that would be lesbian relationships. And if you want to talk about offing somebody, well, let's not cherry pick it. Not that I want to get too political here, but if you want to talk about who offs who, why don't you include everyone, especially the innocent ones that can't defend themselves? I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. So when it comes to actual deletions, if you used all gross numbers and not net numbers, women's hands are very, very dirty on that one. Moving on.
Okay, y'all, sorry for the confusion. My new man, my new boyfriend, is in fact this little handsome guy. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. He's so cute. He's so cute. He does not have a name yet. We are trying to figure one out right now. I want it to be like majestic, like a royal name, like Thor Wellington III, keeper of the treat cabinet, destroyer of the feather toys. I don't know, something like I don't know. He just has that regal look about him. Everyone's like, who's your boyfriend? Are you at his house? Are you blah, blah, blah? No, still single, still don't date. No mans. I do not have anybody in my DMs. I don't talk to anybody. I don't date. I don't hang out. I don't hook up. Whatever you want to call it. I don't do it. So this is my only man's, and I'm sorry about that. Oopsie. For everyone who came in and was like, who is it? That's who it is. I went through the chat last night. I picked out all the ones that people said, and I think we should decide tonight. So I hope you'll join me on my live tonight. We'll be picking majestic kitty names. So, all right. Sorry for the confusion. No boyfriend. Mwah. Love you guys.
How about new?
Wow, women grow old, they don't grow up. Okay, seriously, why are you acting like a little girl when you're obviously a decade plus post-wall? But somehow, someway, because you adopted a kitten, the naming of this cat becomes a top priority in your life, and you actually have to stream it on TikTok and include everybody to name your cat. Sweetie, if you would put half as much effort as you're doing into this cat into actually finding a decent man, you would have at least 2 to 3 prospects. But let's be honest. The problem isn't finding a man, because I'm pretty sure that women like this can find men easier than they can find cats. The problem is, you can't keep a man. The funny thing that this girl finds is that there are plenty of videos that are put on TikTok of women actually admitting to snatching up unsuspecting cats off the streets, but they rename it something else. They say, I rescued them from the street. Some of these cats could have probably been cats that were lost. They just got out of their house and were walking around their neighborhood, and these women just swooped them up. If anything, my theory is the reason women say that cats are better than men is because men have the ability to escape. Get up, get out, and say, no more, I'm out. Cats are pretty much held against their will, i.e., you're gonna love me or else. Moving on.
Reasons why having a cat is better than having a man. They pee in the litter box and not on the toilet seat, and the only mess they make is in the litter box. They don't snore, they purr. They don't take up the whole bed and steal the blankets. They're not insecure. The only thing they're addicted to is catnip, and the only side effect is having silly zoomies for 5 minutes. They pick up on emotional cues and snuggle you when you're sad instead of pretending to go in the garage and do something or gaslight you about it. They're incredibly self-motivated to clean themselves. They snuggle you on your lap when you're working and don't tell you that your priorities are wrong because you're working on your business and not helping them with theirs. The only time they demand anything is when it's time to eat breakfast, and they say thank you by giving you gentle little massages. They're absolutely psyched to eat the same thing that you give them every day, and they don't complain about it. They take their energy out on a scratchy post instead of taking it out on you. You can snuggle with them, and that's it. No expectation of anything else. Instead of causing stress, they lower it. Cats emit a measurable frequency that lowers stress hormones in your body and lowers your blood pressure. This frequency has been scientifically proven to benefit the heart. Statistics show that women are specifically susceptible to this one condition when they're in bad relationships. And what is that condition? Heart disease. And what's better than having one cat? Having 2.
Oh, right, cat lady. You say that cats are better than men because your examples are they pee in the litter box and not on the toilet seat? Yeah, and they also vomit on the rug and all and everywhere else. And they definitely don't clean it up, so what's your point? They don't snore? I beg to differ. And they meow all night long when you're sleeping. They don't steal all the blankets, but they sure as hell sit on your face while you sleep. They're only addicted to catnip. Stop capping, because cats are addicted to snacks. Way more than catnip. They pick up on social cues expecting a snack. Men pick up on social cues expecting sex. Same difference. And cats snuggle you? Yeah, but you also have to maintain them, pay for all their bills. Men go out and work and pay half or most of the bills. It's interesting how you keep ignoring all these important facts. They say thank you for breakfast by giving you gentle little massages. Damn, listen, sister, men pay for the breakfast. The least you could do is frickin' prepare it for both of you. The one who's ungrateful here is you. And as to taking energy out on you, I'm sorry, the ones who complain a lot and most of the times start swinging are women because men hold back a lot. Don't believe me? Look at all the online videos of women who start attacking men thinking that they're not going to get knocked out. It's just a matter of time before they swing on the wrong one. And it's not like men are not the only ones who don't swing back. Have you seen all those videos of cats who attack their female owners? There are plenty of those online, so I don't know what this woman's talking about. And all these women keep saying that having cats is better for their health and it lowers all these stress levels. You know, I'm going to counter that by saying women who have a bunch of cats tend to buy a lot more alcohol. Now, where do I get this information from? No, not the stereotypes. Actually, I've received emails from more than one guy who works at a liquor store. And they tell me that over 80% of all the people who buy their box wine are women. Hey, I'm not complaining, because by proxy, cats also help out the economy. Go figure.
Surprise, surprise, surprise!
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.